The camera caught me horror farming. The opposition is within range, and my mortar found its target. Now everybody wanna bargain. Nah, buddy gotta pay full price, so you gon' have to beg my pardon. Pardon my bag, don't understand where my heart was at. Helping niggas out, and in return it gave me heart attacks. I'm not with it, but I don't do no barking back. I'm authentic. If you ask me, ain't no heart in that. We've all witnessed.
All right, welcome back to another episode of the Within Range podcast. Full crew today. We got Ear God, we got Jared Suter, we got Dom Juan. And boys, to say we're excited for this interview is an understatement. We're honored to sit down with a man whose pen has traveled farther than most artists could ever imagine. A Brooklyn visionary, a founding member of Sons of Man, a Wu-Tang affiliate, and one of hip-hop's deepest architects of both spiritual and philosophical lyricism. This man has many names. Some call him Priest, Lord Messiah, Masada. How about the Iron Sheik from the Middle East? But to the culture, he is known as Killer Priest. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here with Killer Priest today.
Let's go.
Come on. Do the claps.
You.
Hey, Priest, thank you for blessing us, bro. We appreciate you. We know you're a busy guy. We know you got a lot of different things going on, but thank you for being here today.
Man, thank you for having me. Thank you for having me, man. Word. It's a pleasure.
Yes, sir.
My pleasure.
Awesome. So, Priest, typically in our style, what we like to do is we like to take it back a bit, right? So we might start with some of your upbringing. We're going to work our way to where you're at today. Are you cool with that?
Great. Let's go.
Perfect. All right. So before you got affiliated with the Wu-Tang Clan, you were with, if we have it right, you were with a local rap crew called the Coolin' 3 MCs?
That's right.
Okay.
I got it right.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Talk to us about that, bro. So you grew up in Brooklyn, like with these guys that you grew up with, or how did this group come to be?
Shout out to my man Jazzy T. We just lost a member, original member from the group. His name is Untold. Anthony Watson. He's the one that put me down with the group. He convinced my man Jazzy T, shout out to Master D, to put me down. And he just passed away on the same day as my nephew, like close to the same day as my nephew, and they were best friends. Word.
Wow.
So that's crazy, man. Yeah, that's crazy. No, he's the one that convinced the captain of our crew. They used to have captains of the crews. So his name was Jazzy T. His name is Jazzy T. My man Tone Scabone.
Man. So did you? When did the music bug hit you, Priest? Do you remember at what age or what point in your life, like you just felt like music was going to be your pathway?
Yeah, listening to oldies but goodies. I used to imitate some of the singers back in the days, but when it came to rap, it was
what
different.
What were some of the oldies?
Yeah.
What oldies were you listening to? What really got you?
Luther Vandross, Marvin Gaye. You know what I'm saying? Cats like that.
Okay.
Michael Jackson.
Yes.
The list goes on, man. Word. Prince, Rick James, all the great ones, Word.
Rick James, Slick Rick. Dude.
Stevie Wonder.
The real Slick Rick.
Yeah, Stevie Wonder.
Okay. You know what? I find a tie between, it sounds like your musical taste early on and ODB's musical taste early on, if I have that correct, because I remember watching that doc about ODB. His mom's was the one that got him into the old school, the Stylistics, the Temptations, kind of that like Motown. Is that because Priest, you're one of the only guys I know that has multiple tracks with ODB. How did you guys form that bond, and how did you build that relationship with him specifically?
Being from Brooklyn, I think is the Brooklyn connection, and ODB really believed in me. He really like, we connected. Even though I came in through GZA, I think at one point ODB wanted me to be Brooklyn Zoo, and he wanted me to be his artist.
Oh snap!
Yeah, he actually was the one that took me to get my deal. What sparked it? He was the one that took me to this. It was like a rappers convention. Well, a bunch of rappers and A&Rs was there looking for artists. He's the one that said, "Yo, let me introduce one of the illest mother effers ever, Killer Priest." He would say that.
No way.
Yeah.
Man, so Asan basically, and this is, you're saying this is before GZA or this is after GZA?
This is after, this is definitely after GZA. But when he met me, we just cling like that, and he would just, yo, I want to work with Priest. I want Priest at the studio. He'd come to my studio, and it just we had a connection, you know.
Legendary, man, legendary. And then before that, or so I guess after your time with Cool 3 MCs, you got with Shabazz the Disciple and formed the Disciples of Armageddon?
Yes. Oh man, you know your history. Yeah, so Shabazz came, I came through the Jizza and Shabazz came through RZA. RZA told me about this dope MC he got from Brooklyn also, and his name is Shabazz. And once I heard him, I was like, yeah, this dude is dope, man. And we connected, and it was magic, you know.
Whew. Wow.
Meant
to be, bro.
And we did, And we had an album that we like us two. We got invited to the Grave Diggers. You know, I'll wait for your questions, but it spinned off with me and him. They gave us a numerous amounts of studio time, and I do recall RZA saying, "Yo, you two, I'm gonna give y'all two. We're gonna make sure y'all get a meal apiece, man."
Hey, and back then,
yeah, 90s money. That was a real $1 million. $1 million is not $1 million anymore.
And that was because of our talent. $1 million. That was of our talent. Me and Baz just looked at each other, man, and we was like, "Word, we're gonna always hang with this." So hearing that come from the RZA, man, it inspired. I know me personally, and I can speak for Shabazz. It was him too,
man. Well, and Priest, this kind of ties into a two-part question I have because, again, like I mentioned in the intro, Jared and I talked about this, like, you're so philosophical, biblical, prophetic, like, in your rhymes. And I know, given RZA's style, right, and what he likes to rap about, I'm sure RZA had seen that and made a connection there. Can you just, not to go too much into it, but, like, your style of rhyming and your topics, like where does that come from? Because it seems like maybe, I don't know, I'm going to assume maybe you grew up religious, but the way you tell stories and the way you're almost prophetized, it's like, where did this come from?
Right. I don't I would say this. I don't know how to explain it. It just happened. It just happened. I love the biblical stories and stuff like that. I've been listening to Israelites, 5%ers, Muslims, all of them, Christians. So the Christian, all of that, you grew up, you know how you grew up and you see a dad, but I didn't get into them all. I just absorbed it. And it was just like, it was a beautiful thing. But the thing is, when I started reading, somehow it just started coming out. I mean, I expressed it myself and it started coming out. I was just like, wow, you know, one of scripture that stuck in my head was, I'll turn my enemies to footstools. So
that's a bar.
Yeah, it's a bar, man.
People think stuff's soft in the Bible. It's not, man.
It's hard.
There's some cold stuff in there.
Yeah.
It's really there's some cold stuff in there. It's like everyone thinks that, and of course, being kind, being loving, caring for people. That's the core of it.
Of course.
But I think the misconception is that you don't defend and you just, I think people misinterpret turn the other cheek, because I think I've heard that actually it was getting slapped on a certain cheek meant one thing and then get slapped on the other.
Wow.
I believe that meant another. And so people misinterpret what it means to when they say turn the other cheek. It's not saying just sit there and take it.
Right.
It meant like, basically, I think it was like they slap you one way. It was like the way, and not that we endorse this, but it was the way like someone would get slapped in the privacy of their own home. I'm not going to say the gender.
Right.
Exactly. There. But then I think there was one that was like in a public slap, like kind of like, like we have in our culture a challenge to a duel. I think it meant like that. And I think what it meant was, you're gonna fight, but you can also, but I guess it's more of like a sacrifice thing. Like, okay, now, so you're gonna do this thing to me. Well, I'm gonna make sure everyone sees you do it to me, and that's gonna be a lot more powerful than me punching you in the face. Basically, I think there, but just things like that in the Bible that you see where it's like, it's not soft in there. It's not. It's loving and it's kind, but it's stern at the same time. Jesus flipped tables.
Yo, that's actually the first time I heard it put that way. That was kind of dope.
Oh.
That was dope.
That was dope.
Drew, drop the fire. Drew, drop the fire emojis on that one.
That was dope.
No, it is. It meant something different, man. It didn't. It didn't just mean like, okay, like this guy punched you in the face, let him punch you on the other cheek.
Yeah.
It meant
That's
like,
right. That's
no, you know, let me. Okay, go ahead. I think it's like, you know, martyrdom is inherent to Christianity, and so it's like, okay, from that standpoint, let it mean something. And it's like, okay, but at a certain point, everyone's going to see that and rally behind, and what's coming is a fight.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
What's coming is a
That's
fight.
fire.
It's not coming. Heck yeah, good.
I had one little thing I wanted to ask him about, Dom. When you had said, you know, you kind of don't really know where your creative style when it came to writing came from. If you've ever read Rick Rubin's book about creativity, he believes that the universe kind of holds all the library to all ideas of creativity, and we're just kind of leasing those ideas out. Do you kind of have some sort of feeling that's what it is? It's like when it comes to you, just the right circumstances, the right story that you've been living kind of just writes itself in that moment when you're writing to a beat?
I definitely connect. I definitely feel it. You know what I'm saying? I don't try to stop it. I just do it. So if I get in trouble if I try to filter it out, but I definitely understand exactly what that means, and which is I don't at the same time, but I do it. You know what I'm saying? So I just do what comes to mind, and it's natural. It's just a natural thing.
Man. Speaking of natural abilities, I know after you were on the Gravediggers project, which was big for you, you then, if I'm correct, right around that time or maybe after, is that when you were featured on ODB's first album on Snakes? Was
Yeah.
that around that time?
Yes.
Priest,
Yeah.
That's
Priest,
amazing.
you're my guy. Your verse on Snakes is, and the way you start off, first off, opening that track, but I want to get a
Broke me
little
up.
deep. What was it like? Were you in the studio with the God cooking up, or how when you were with ODB? Talk to me about those moments and what that was like for you.
In the studio. We was in the studio. There was no passing lyrics and putting it over there.
There was no virtual.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And plus I was on the come up then, so I was expired, but it was right there. It's just like, you're hanging with Jizza, you at Liquid Sword Session, you over there peeking over at Cuban Links right there,
Oh,
like right next door.
oof.
And then you have Dirty, who's going to be at Chung King. Got to be there. It was like a job. We get up and we just go to the studio every day.
Oh,
And so
and with all those guys,
get with
come
all
on.
of
See,
them.
that's what do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life. That's what they mean. That's
Yeah.
what they really mean. They don't mean like, I get trees and so I should go cut trees all day. It's like that gets tiring. But that is doing what you love.
So, Priest, you have access to all these rooms, all these albums during that time. Is that
Yes.
what you're saying?
Yep, exactly. It's right there. Didn't have to look for it. It was there. You be there with Cream is being cooked up, and
Oh my god.
right there at
you were right there while that was
the
going.
door. At the door, I'm looking at Deck, right? His verse. It's so much where sometimes you just go get something to eat. When you come back with a pizza or something like that, the verse is done. We falling asleep in the studio. We just there all night, and it's just like Hickam Meth. He's finishing up. Bring the pain. He puts.
Oh my! Off to Cal?
Yeah, and he
Oh
tries.
my
He tries
God.
ideas like, "Yo, Priest, come here. Say something in the beginning." And it's just like, I'm not even wanting to do it. Like, yo, that's Method Man. But you just talk.
Yeah, no shit.
Then he got, I think, Radar. He got Radar. Somebody else to do that part.
Man, Priest, what a moment that had to be, man. I mean, all the gods cooking at once, being a part of that.
Yeah, some phenomenal stuff.
You touched on Liquid Swords. I think you might know where I'm going with this, Priest. You had a solo track at the end titled Bible, the basic instructions before leaving Earth. So, I mean, a monumental song, a monumental album. My question is, how did you end up getting the only solo track off of Jizz's album, my guy? How did that come to be?
First of all, Jizza is my brother, man. That's my OG, my older brother. He told me it was just a rhyme, and he told me if I make it into a song, he'd put it on there. He enjoyed the story. You know what I'm saying? The story of that certain things. Coming out of the Christianity church, learning knowledge of self, and all of that stuff. So it was just a rhyme at first, done different. And he said, if you make it into a song, I could put it on the album. Yeah, what? What?
yeah, he didn't say less.
Yeah. That was probably like
What?
what is it, the Roadrunner in the cartoon?
Yeah. It's like, what? Okay,
Yeah.
I'll figure something out.
Go, pew.
Yeah.
Man.
Did you know that track was going to turn out to be what it did? Did you like writing it, and when he asked you, did you know?
Nah, man, nah.
Did know.
You don't know. You know, it's something special, something different at the moment. But you don't. It's just like it's on there. Just as long as it's on there, give it to the people. Now let them decide. It's whatever. Word.
Wow, man, what stories we're getting here, boys?
I feel like those were like probably moments where going to the studio, just showing up, you may write, you may get put to work, you may just be a fly on the wall. It seems like those are the moments I think, up and coming artists or people that are creators in general don't realize, like, that's what paying dues really is just seeing and believing and understanding when greatness is happening, especially when you get to be in rooms of that caliber of artists, especially around that time period. Crazy. And there had to be some sort of moment for you where you're like, my time's coming up. And it's like those little pockets of moments where, like, it's the breadcrumbs leading up to the pie. Like, that you're getting your shot eventually because you're putting in that time and effort.
Right. Yep. Tell King David I'm on. He just hit me. Shout out to King David. Hey, it was like when you raised in the house of the Marvels, right? Because I'm there. All the mutants are around. So I'm there.
You were at the Professor X's academy, dude.
Exactly. You don't know.
In the most loving way possible, just freaks of nature around you.
Yeah, exactly. This guy's a sword expert. So it's just like, wow, watch this. And it's like, oh, it worked? Then I want to try something that says, you got a Cyclops. So I'm Cyclops with the eyes. So I'm just like beaming. And these guys can fly. They can make things happen. So it was just there. It was there at that time. Then you have other artists like Cannabis and Big Pun. And you have
Big Pun?
Razzcast. Yeah, I'm just saying in the
Do you have some Big Pun stories? Oh, okay.
I do. Yeah.
What do you got? What do you got for some Big Pun, dude?
Well, we was in the studio recording it, and Big Pun was there, him and Fat Joe. And he was just talking. Yeah. And they use Firehouse with us. And
Firehouse Studios.
Yeah, Firehouse Studios. They were leaving. And we just started kicking it, man, in a little session here and there. I didn't really get it. I think it was more a bad thing, but that's what I'm saying. There were mutants all around. It's just like, I'm the Punisher. It's like, wow. Then Cannabis, it's just, they were there present at that time. And so skills was necessary, or you just wouldn't. That's what it was.
I mean, you had to show up. I mean, go ahead.
Yeah. Dom and I say this all the time. We would just kill to be a fly on the wall.
Yeah.
In so many moments, we see videos just on YouTube, and that's the polished one. And sometimes, artists put out maybe a little bit more raw footage, and we see that. And the first thing we look at each other and we're like, man, to be a fly on the wall. And for you, I feel like, you get to say that, but you were an active participant.
Yes.
You weren't just a fly on the wall. You were an active participant. And so to be able to see that and be a part of it, man, it gets me fired up just thinking about it.
Incredible, bro.
Yeah, man, me and 60 Sec, shout out to 60 Second Assassin too. We would catch MCs on after parties and stuff, and we just battle. That's it. We were going out. I became a headhunter. Like later on, we would rhyme and we become like, because there were MCs that's coming out and inspired by the clan. Once the show's over, everybody's out surrounded. Everybody's rapping. Then you might have what's my boy's name? Oh shit, Lords of the Underground. Just a whole bunch of cats. And the grave diggers was just all crazy. People were talking about putting babies in gravy. And you
I was gonna say, you were out there battling. What's a diss that you bestowed upon someone that sticks with you, and what's a diss that you received that maybe stuck with you? What if you got one of those?
Let me see. Just
Question, Jared.
that's a great question. That's a great question.
Yeah, that's great.
That's fire, dude.
If there's just, like, and my example would be like, whatever the moment of like,
I would
this
say-
guy's a gangsta, his middle name's Clarence, whatever that moment was for you, you know?
Well, this might shock you a little bit, but the fun time that I had was rhyming in Brooklyn, nighttime with Population Click. It was Rose Family and Sons of Man. And we would just be at Shabar, my man Shabar.
Real lyricist. This
Yeah.
real lyricist shit
Yeah,
right here. Real
yeah.
bars.
Yeah, exactly. There was no camera to capture it. But
That's what makes it so much more pure. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, even today, even if an organic moment happens, there's that element of if something cool happens, someone knows someone's going to whip their phone out and see it. That's pure love of the game stuff right there. That's
Yeah.
pure love of the game.
yeah. We took the show on the road to the Washington Square Park. And we go from Brooklyn to Manhattan, just rhyme. That was it.
Just rhyming.
Yeah.
Wow.
Man.
I have a comparison for you. We do comparisons here from time to time. I'm curious. I want to see what you think about this, but if 36 Chambers is set in medieval Japan,
Mm.
Heavy Mental is set in ancient Jerusalem.
Mm.
Do you agree, disagree? What do you feel about that?
That's on point.
Let's
That's
go.
on point. That's on
Let's
point.
go.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
go. Okay.
That's on
Yes.
point. That's
Good.
on point.
Hit 'em.
I love it.
Hit him with that.
Holy bars.
That's hard.
Yeah.
We're talking about A Tribe Called Quest. My man's talking about the tribes of Israel.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
fire
fire.
here.
That's fire.
Priest, I want to talk about Sons of Man. You helped start the group. Is this true?
Yeah, definitely, man. Me and my man, Prodigal Son, 60-second. No chronicle order, but it's like 60-second Shabazz, and Hellraiser. Hell yeah, Hellraiser.
Oh, Hellraiser
Yeah.
was on that. Yep.
Yeah,
Man.
exactly.
And,
So
and
it
you
was-
guys did? Yeah. Go ahead.
like I said, it was just exercising the fundamentals, like in the studio, rhyming, and just had work to do. We in the studio, so he's recording. I'm just sitting there, Fourth Disciples there. We got Killer Army, and we
Killer Army.
and what we're doing is we're sharpening our sword. So it was just like, yo, we just became a group, like formed a group.
Just happened.
You guys were just sparring. You guys were
Sparring is just
sparring
like,
and
yo,
realized you needed to be an army.
Yeah, it was me. It was me and
Yes.
Baz first. And me and Baz was like, actually 60 sec. So it goes through different things, but me and Baz is like, we're the sons. And I was like, yo, we got to get, you got Hellraiser, I got to get 60 sec and P Son. You know what I'm saying? P Son, Prodigal Son.
Man. And then you go from Sons of Man and then Heavy Mental, your first solo project. Is that correct?
Yeah. A lot of people don't realize that I came in as I came in as a solo artist
Right.
with the Jizza. And so when your plans get rearranged as involved, but I was always a solo artist. So in the middle of that, my name was the Son of Man. You know what I'm saying? So I was Lord Messiah and my name, I was like, yo, it was me and P Son. I was like, damn, Son of Man. But that'd be dope. It was a group. We call ourselves the Sons of Man. So yeah, so that was we go back and forth on that, but that was so I was always a solo artist at the same time. We're joining the groups.
Man, and Heavy Mental, man, you came right. I just gotta say my favorite track, if I must just talk a bit, Cross My Heart with Deck. Bro, you got that bar, you go, I roll with thirsty, thieves and killers, tiger gorillas, faces like Godzilla. Bro, that fucking song, listen, that went on my workout playlist immediately, and if I'm bench pressing, I'm maxing out.
No
if
doubt.
that track's coming on, bro. Like, was that anything unique about that song and how that
Smile
track
Like
came together? Because
Yeah.
go ahead, say what you were
As
about
I
to drop
smile
the
like a
bar.
small card dealer. Yeah. The cards illa.
Yeah.
Cross my heart. Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, go ahead.
Faces like Godzilla, bro.
Yeah.
It's just such a hard song. As a fan, that was my favorite track, bro. But how was it like working with Deck too? Because Deck's pen is insane, bro.
Yeah, man, one of the best. One of the best. Like I said, they were there. You was around any type of mutant. It's the tech
Yeah.
mutiny. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, come on, man. You get the rhyme with Jack, True Master coming with the beat. And it's like, man, it's crazy.
Wow.
What was your
Actually, let me
process
tell you a
like?
story. RZA was on that
Yeah,
song
yeah.
too. RZA told me.
Whoa, wait. What?
Yeah. RZA was originally on Cross My Heart. It was me, Jizza, and RZA. He put Deck on there.
He swapped Deck out for
Then he
himself?
swapped out. He said, "Man, y'all priest, y'all got it. Y'all killed it. I don't think I was strong enough. Let's get Deck in there." I took that as one of the biggest compliments ever. Like, come on, man.
I was good.
Oh yeah, that's a Nabi on a song.
If
If
RZA's
RZA's taking himself out?
to put a killer like Deck on, it's like, oh yeah, we got something. We got to do a video for this.
Man, that video was hard too, man. That was the one thing I think about between you guys and the Wu and the message. Y'all like kept like the themes, very tight, very the same. Drew, go ahead. I got a good question for Priest, but Drew, if you got one, go ahead.
What was the production on the production side of things? Like, what was the production like? When gathering all the production, like, what was that process? Was that you picking beats? Was that these beats being crafted for you and kind of the story being laid out for you to write to? What was that process like?
That's a good question. I think. Well, I picked the beats. Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I don't know. You would have to ask the producers if they made the beat exactly for me.
Mm-hmm.
I can't answer that story because I liked a lot of the
Yeah.
beats that came through.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
Fourth Disciple,
yeah.
we was hanging like I went to Fourth House, stayed with Fourth. Try to figure this thing out. Like, how am I gonna finish this album? Album took a long time, and so things change. My ideas change and stuff like that. So the sound just came in right. Like some of the songs were old to me a little bit.
Yeah, I know that feeling when you start it, and then compared to when you're doing a project, by the last song, you feel like you've already gotten better over that time period, and you're like, man, some of these older songs, even though that's what started the album, probably in the trajectory it was going to go, you're like, I probably could do better than that, but then you got to realize, like, hey, I put the effort into this, I got to release this now. I love the fact too that you said, stuff was changing and this album took a long time to make. It doesn't feel that way. It feels very cohesive. It feels like you always had this vision that it's kind of stayed in the same lane. So going back to the idea of, when you're checking ideas out, it just seemed like that creative spirit was always with you this entire project and it never left. It stayed true to its core.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I can say that. Yeah, but it did take a long time. I'm sorry, I just zoned off another game.
No, you're good.
Yeah,
You're
but it
good.
was just yeah. Everything I put in there was actually just rhymes that I had that I was going through and stuff at that time, my feelings and how I saw things at that time.
Yeah. Priest, I want to ask, because a little bit ago we just talked about how RZA took himself off Across My Heart and added Inspector Deck. Along those lines, did I hear that you were supposed to be on the Mystery of Chess Boxing originally?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. I was right. Like I told you, I was right there. Mystery Chess Boxer was called Oompa. It was playing right there. Me and Master Killer was waiting for the last, to jump on it and stuff like that. I fell asleep, man. Shout out to Master Killer. Not saying Master Killer.
Oh,
man.
Homicide is legal.
Snooze, you lose.
Yes, Homicide is, dude. He murked that beat, but
We both from
listen,
Brooklyn, so, yeah.
I was getting Priest on that beat though. I mean, I would have loved to hear Priest on that one. I'm just saying. As a fan, I'm just saying.
I still can make that happen.
I was gonna say.
What would I've said? But my mind changed from then to now, so I don't know if I'll be in the same mind frame I was then.
Might be
So
different.
I wouldn't touch it.
Man.
Yeah, I might want to touch it.
Man, Priest, just to be in those moments, bro.
Dude, speaking of a mind change, I feel like in researching this, I saw. Did you take like a little bit of a sabbatical from music around '95, and and kind of maybe went monk mode? Some might call it a little
Yeah,
bit.
I don't know if you call it monk mode, but it was. Yeah, there was a period where
Monk mode with hose. No,
yeah,
I'm just kidding. No, I'm
exactly.
just kidding.
There was a period where you like, you try not to let the industry get to you and stuff like that, but you start
You
taking
got to that level.
value into your craft more, and it's not getting what you really want out of it. So you kind of take a break. So it gives you a little strength, man. It's kind of cool to step away from a minute and then come back.
What came to you during that time? Is that what I think that's where we really see maybe the more religious influence a little bit? Is that what you kind of focused on, or what'd you do during that time? What'd you work on?
Well, I think there's growth, right? And there's a time like the butterfly in the cocoon. I can't really explain me being a caterpillar. I was the caterpillar, the killer, the killer priest. And I was going morphing into my butterfly mode, and I guess learning a lot about just life itself and what's the beginning, and took like a spiritual vibe that did happen to me. Yes, there was a certain aura of some sort that I ventured off into. It stayed with me as a growth. It wasn't. It was a light shadow. I don't know how to explain it, but I came back to come through. Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
You just, I was already going to ask this question, but what you just said there at the end is the perfect, I think, comment to it. To me, it's, okay, most people hit that level. You're at the, I mean, especially at that time, in this genre of music, you're at the pinnacle. You're in the most important rooms that there are to be in at that point. And you can often see someone diverge into a different path that is maybe less aligned with the Bible. I can say that. And then you, it seems like, hit that point and needed to go touch dirt, metaphorically speaking. You know what I mean?
I get
Dirt being the earth, because we're all dust to dust. But like, what? I guess 2-part question. What do you think drove you when you hit that ceiling that so many people go on a completely different path that is almost 180 degrees at odds with the one that you've kind of walked, I guess, especially with like lyrically and things like that? And then I guess the second follow-up to that would be like, what do you think the influence, we hear about and I'm not just Illuminati, but like, what do you think the role of the devil or like evil influences on the industry? Because I do think there's separate paths. I don't think music is inherently bad, but you see these people do certain things that are just, if you know what the symbolism is or things like that, it's concerning. And then you see people making music like yourself that's the exact opposite. So I guess what drove you to be on that side of it? And then what do you think the influence is there to the second part?
Oh man, it's a good question right there. I don't think one have a choice in deciding if it's pure. You know what I'm saying? It's like a doorways that just open. You can kind of like get it, like Neo seeing the Matrix, and I think that's what happened in life at that moment. It's just like I was connected to that side, You could hear it called you, but
that's where you entered it from.
Yeah,
there's 2 doors to the ground floor, and you came in for the light one. There's a dark door.
Right.
And do you think okay.
Right.
Wow.
Well, I understand the parallel both. I just entered into that enlightenment. Like everybody goes on pilgrimage and things like that. The kind of pilgrimage came to me at that point, that moment to find myself. So I was like, okay, then, at that time, they say, there's a lot of quotations and mantras out there, but they say when the student is ready, the master will appear. And that's what I could say that happened. I didn't want to take the turn. I said, well, what we have is something powerful, a voice to make change. And that right there is what I wanted to do. I don't even know if I wanted to do it, but it happened. So I went and I tried to stay out of the way and let it happen. And that's what happened. Exactly.
Man,
so wherever it went at that moment, I'm glad that it went the way
you let it guide you.
Yeah.
You let it guide you.
I can see
Without
that in
being too
general. Have you
spooky. without being too spooky, but I always
Okay.
love knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is the foundation, and so that formulated into making music because it is emceeing what I do is music at the same time,
Correct.
and I
Correct.
never want to lose that part because I
Yeah.
enjoy hip hop music, so I made sure that if it's in there, then it's good, and people can eat it.
Not corny, because that then it's actually against your purpose,
Yeah,
and you're
exactly.
just like, the devil's whack, and I don't want to be him. Like, it's like, all right, yeah. That's not driving. That's not driving people the direction you think it
That's what
is.
it is.
Got him.
Yeah, I
Got
see
him.
opposite, man. Just negative, positive, it both work together. But it takes a lot
Yeah.
to understanding that energy. Yeah.
Man. I wanna
Killer
go
Priest.
from Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Yeah, like I really random story. I'm sorry, but so
that was dope.
we're getting ready for this, and all these voice assistants now. Everyone's got Alexa, right? And I got one of those Fire Sticks in my TV. So when I'm
Gotcha.
searching for something on YouTube, right, I just say it in there. So this time I was like, Alexa, look up Killer Priest videos. Do you want to know what Alexa said to me, man? I said, I said, kill a priest. And it goes, I'm sorry, I can't help you with that request. If you're having violent thoughts, you should seek immediate counseling and da. Oh my gosh. I absolutely died when that happened. I'm like, no, I was like,
No, we're not talking about kill.
Alexa's not with the shit. Alexa's not with the shits at all, but that's okay.
Stick Glock with it.
Yeah, man.
That was awesome. Priest, I want to ask you, I want to go from the 90s a little bit later, and this might be a fact or something random that a lot of people might not know about, but upon doing our research, did you have an appearance in Nas's Made You Look music video?
Yeah. Yeah, it made y'all look.
Yeah.
That was in it. Yeah, that was it, man. I was in it, man. He put me up in there, man. That was dope. That was dope.
Please listen, Nas. Listen,
Every detail.
Yes.
What did his breath smell like?
Yeah, you can't be saying, oh yeah, he put me up in there. Like, listen, Nas is a legend. You're a legend, bro. Please tell me how that came to be. If you remember,
I know,
if you
right?
recall.
Right. Let me put that together, man. Well, me and Nas was always cool. We met at this at a bar, back in the days and stuff like that. Me and Jizzle.
Not even a club. It was just an actual.
Yeah,
they just had
just a
bars.
bar.
Yeah, it was just a
And it
fucking bar.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah. And like I said, it was around mutant time. So I'll keep it part of the mutant time.
Everybody.
So I guess he was going through, Made You Look was when he battled a Jay, right?
One of my favorite Nas songs. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, so I don't know, just one thing led to another, and I was with him in the city. I was with him, and we was in the city, and he was shooting this video. He said, "Yo, I want you up in this, man. Come do an appearance." And it was just like, all right, say no more. That's what Damn.
That's great.
Killa, you might be the king of authenticity, because it's just like you hear about so many of these things, and it's like you think like, okay, yeah, they're organic, and even if you were working intentionally for each of these things to be like something that happened,
right,
it would be organic, right? Because you're in the circle. But the fact that you're just like, you're almost, and this is a bad comparison, but like in the same way that the cool thing about the movie Forrest Gump is he's just this cool, humble, chill guy, and he ends up in some of the world's most formative moments. Yeah, like obviously not the same guy, but you're just you literally were just being yourself, and you were just in these moments. You didn't engineer them; they just happened naturally because of what the garden you planted. I guess you could say,
Jared. That's
so cool, man. I love these.
I like how you put garden you planted instead of seed. That's dope.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's like you were just, man, and it wasn't just vegetables. You had flowers in there. You had some herbs. Like you were like, you know what? Who knows when I'll need all this? But look at what it's come to be. I mean, it's crazy.
That was hard.
I owe a lot to my brother Jizzle, man, for bringing me to the forefront and letting the world hear me, and giving me a chance to believe in me enough to letting the RZA hear me. Wow. Like one time, you ready? One time I got on the plane, No lie. I got in my seat, man. This is just regular flying. I think I was headed to Chicago. Who comes to sit right next to me? Right? I'm what, B13, and this lady is B12, like, right? No, B12, yeah. It's Shaka Khan, man.
No
Wait,
way.
what?
No lie.
Dude,
This is my seat
in
right here.
B12.
And it
In
was
Shaka to
B12.
Chicago.
and it was like this. I think you're in my seat. Like,
Oh shit! Oh shit! I think you're sitting in my seat.
yeah, so I had to notice.
Shit.
Yes.
So I had to move over, man. That right
You
there.
moved over for Shaka Khan. Come on, man.
Yeah,
That's,
and
that's
we were
crazy.
in the same row, man. I didn't want to bother the whole time, but it's like,
Shaka Khan, dude.
yes, yeah.
Okay, we've
Good.
gotten some organically here, but just farming them now. What were the moments, celebrity encounters? What are the most special ones to you? What are the ones people might not know about, and maybe they weren't publicized or a big story, but which ones maybe meant the most to you? Which ones do you think about?
Shaka
If you're sitting on the front porch,
loves-
Shaka Khan and B12.
no, and I would say Luther Vandross.
You met Luther?
Met
Yeah.
Luther Vandross?
I met Luther Vandross.
Whoa!
He was
Please tell us.
he was mean to me too. I don't,
No,
They stayed on.
They say don't meet your heroes
me and
sometimes.
Timbo,
Nah,
yeah. Me and
Nah,
Timbo,
Luther.
me and
Damn.
Timbo King, Lawrence Fishburne. Me and Timbo was actually with me each time. Timbo King with Luther
You said Lord?
Vandross and Lawrence Fishburne.
No. Whoa.
So I met,
Hold up. Wait. Okay.
yeah, I met Morpheus. I met him with you know Lauren Hutton.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I was with her. I used to go to this it was popping back in the days, Cheetahs in New York. And I was kind of like, I was in the scene, and I hung out with Lauren, man. Lauren Hutton.
Larry Fish. Larry
And
Fish in the flesh.
she took me to
dude.
go meet Larry Fishburne. Morpheus.
Morpheus, dude.
Yeah.
Dude,
That's
I don't know if
crazy.
y'all saw him in the John Wick movies, but he was basically playing the same.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was playing the same
What
guy.
an absolute legend. What a time.
Priest, man, we're getting more out of this interview than I would have even imagined. All right, let's go.
That's good.
Let's go we went from the '90s to the 2000s. Let's go to current, Priest. And I know your feed had to be buzzing. Your charts was going up. J. Cole was on a podcast recently, and he shouted out "Kill a Priest."
Yeah.
Did you hear about this? And then what was your feedback and reaction to J. Cole giving you a shout out?
Man, the first person who hit me up was AD, my engineer, man. Shout out to AD. He's like, yo, everybody keeps saying, I'm here because of J. Cole. He put out the video. And then
Yeah.
he went and he found the clip and he played it for me. I was like, I'm looking at something right now. I was like, wow, that's crazy. I keep getting feeds on my phone, man.
No, you're good.
But it was like he played it for me. I mean, he sent it to me and I saw it and I was like, man, what's going on? This is incredible, being a dope
Wow.
MC himself and you know um, paying homage or just listening to me. I'm like, oh, yo, this is great. It's overwhelming, a great feeling, man.
And Priest, back to some of the points Jared made, I think that goes to show again, your reign, your supremacy, everything you've been able to accomplish and the rooms, Jizzo, was able to kind of get you your start and what you've done since then, bro. It just sums up kind of who you are. And that's why when we were told that we were going to do this interview, we were honored because you've been a part of things and done things in your career, man, that many people would dream and wish about.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Man, this just inspires me. I keep getting inspired to keep making more music, man. So I'm gonna just keep doing it, man. Ride it.
Wow.
Ride it till the wheels go up. Till the wheels come
Let's
back.
go. Go ahead, boys. What you guys got? What you guys got for Priest, bro?
More than I could have possibly imagined, man. I'm trying
Drew's cooking something. Drew, what you got for him?
So I seen you did drop a project this year in 2026. Do you have more music in the vault that you're ready to release this year?
I got a lot, man. A lot more. Yeah, man. A lot more. I can't even wait. Right now I just released Swift is Light. I just gave that out because it's a lot of systems, a lot of samples and stuff like that. So I gave out stuff, and then I'm just writing and doing music, and so that's like a ill concept spinning off of, no pun intended, but off of Nassau Case, and I did a couple of rhymes like based around that. So having fun with it.
That's amazing, man. That's awesome that, throughout these years you still kept doing music. It seems like your inspiration is still there, the fire's still there, the pen is still there. I love the fact that we're in a time and age now where it's very accessible to reach out to people, to get people's feedback, and to be
getting
able to
stronger.
put stuff out. Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, my brother. It's getting stronger. It's like right now, man, it's like my pen is on fire, my hand is caught fire.
Did I
I'm in a
see
good
you
place.
put out YouTube exclusive albums too? Didn't I
Yeah,
see?
yeah,
Did I
yeah.
see
Swift is
two?
like-
Two?
Swift is like 1
Two
and 2
different?
coming. Yeah, 2.
I like that concept. I mean, YouTube. Of all the global technical advances of the elites in this world, and I think social media a detriment to society. I do think that's something that the elites put on us that backfired on them. I think that one backfired on them. But of anything, Google, AI, this and that, YouTube is something special. And so I loved when I saw that you were putting albums out, especially on there. It's like,
Yeah,
I
those are
just
for
feel
free,
like for
man. I'm just giving those out.
I know.
Yeah.
And to make it exclusive to that too, I think that's one of the purest ways that you can support an artist. And I think if someone fucks with you on YouTube, they want to see you. They want the visual. It's different than like, oh, I like this random thing that comes into my ear when I click on this thing in Spotify. It's like if someone's going to your YouTube, they care about you. I mean, not to be cheesy, but I think they care about you. It's like, oh wow, I see this. Or if they go and visit it. So the fact that you're putting out YouTube exclusives, I love that, man. I hope we see more of that. Yeah.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
I think this has been incredible, Priest. I know the Knicks are on right now. I know you're trying to watch a game. We're trying to get to the same stuff.
What's the score?
I don't know. We're about to go look. Hey, Priest, listen. This is a blessing. It's been an honor, my brother. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming on, and thank you for sharing your time, man. And we really appreciate you overall.
Shout out to King David Vendetta Kings also, man. Word.
Shout out to Killer Priest, the legend. We appreciate you.
Man,
It's been
thank
an
you
honor
within
and
the
a
range,
privilege.
man. Yo, check out my podcast. It'll be on it's on Thursday and Sunday.
Thursday and
Pacific.
Sunday.
We're watching.
Pacific.
We're
Yeah,
watching.
5
We
Pacific.
seen it.
Shout out
All
to
right,
A.
we'll be
Shout out
Appreciate
to
you.
AD and my whole staff. Everybody, one. Peace.
Awesome.
One piece.
Yeah.
Peace, guys.
So hey,
Thank you.
before you jump off, when you log off this call, just stay on the app for like a minute or two, just so that way your video uploads, so that way we have access to everything whenever we download everything.
All right. So you said when you log off what?
So when you get off the like the screen part of it, so when you like hang up, just stay on the Riverside app for like a minute or two. The video is gonna upload and it'll tell you when it's done, so that way I can download everything.
Right. So when it says leave studio.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, just leave it open. Leave
it open.
Yeah, you'll
leave it
see
open
it.
for, like,
Don't touch anything.
Yeah, you'll see it. You'll
Okay.
see it rotate till it gets to 100%.
Okay. All right. Peace.
Don't touch anything's a good rule.
Yeah,
Appreciate you, Killer.
All right.
Appreciate you.